Hi everybody, I am here with Rabi Haddad, the Director of Business Development at Paris School of Business. We are very excited, Rabi, to be launching our partnership with the Paris School of Business. Not only is it symbolic to the Indo-French relations, but I think it's a very significant milestone for upGrad and Paris School of Business, I'm sure, in ensuring that we have a huge amount of student mobility going over to France and pursuing education from some of the best business schools, one of which, of course, is PSB. Would you like to talk more about the partnership?
Sure. First of all, I'm much glad today that I'm in the office of upGrad in Delhi. I know we started collaborating since a couple of months, and I have the impression now that I know you since a long time, since we are advancing with a high speed on our collaboration, and we are looking forward to promote more and more programs in the frame of this progression degree and the hybrid and direct program that we are offering at Paris School of Business. The Indian market has been always an interest for us because, as you know, there are good ties between France and India. Indian students, they would like to come to France to study in English because now we are, not only Paris School of Business, but all the French institutions today, they are offering programs in English in the last 10 years in management and engineering. And France is becoming one of the best destinations for the Indian market. At Paris School of Business, since we are an international school that has, let's say, two main characteristics. The first one is we're offering cross-disciplinary programs, that gonna mix management, business with arts, with technology, with culinary services, and other, let's say, out-of-the-box majors. And also, it's very well known to be an international students. We have more than 35 of our students international. So we consider that this ecosystem or this infrastructure would be a welcoming place for our Indian students. And the program that we are offering in terms of whether the luxury brand management, as you know, we are in the heart of Paris. We are Parisians since the creation, so we are too much known for the luxury brand management program and all the programs that are around the luxury domain. And also we are offering courses like in supply chain, international management, digital marketing, big data analytics that could be also of interest of the Indian students.
So under the aegis of upGrad's DNA, one of the things we envisage and we've been built on is how do we provide access to some of the top 100 or some of the top 200 universities in the world to students worldwide, just to make sure that we were extending access, the democratized ability to consume higher education, and of course, while maintaining the equitable nature of whichever part of the world you were doing this from, whether or not you had the finances to actually move abroad for the whole length of the course. You want to make sure that everybody gets a fair chance at going to such schools. So I think the Paris School of Business partnership is very symbolic and falls well within our envisaged and aspired vision. And so with this pioneering partnership, I'd like to tell all our viewers that we're now expanding and giving access to all of PSB's MSc portfolio and the MBA program, and that working professionals across India or anywhere else in the world, or students who wanted to save money, save time, and make sure they graduate sooner while maintaining the rigor and the sanctity of the degree, can start online for the first 6 months and then move to Paris School of Business and pursue their MBA or any of their MSc programs listed with the Paris School of Business. I think, in my eyes, it's a huge milestone. How do you look at this partnership from a strategic lens when you look at the increased Indian student mobility in France? How do you think, how is it adding to the flexible nature of French ed, and is it a pioneering partnership in your eyes as well?
Exactly. I can see that upGrad, it's a major player in the Indian market. So you have, as I can see, and I have noticed physically all what I have visited today, that you have a very high penetration in the Indian markets. marrying that to a school that is a business school that is Parisian, that is internationally accredited. So we have the EACSB accreditation, EFMD, AMBA. We are ranked in QS. We have the French accreditation. We have we have more than 50% of our faculty that they are international faculty, 35% of international students on campus. So marrying those efforts, I'm sure that this is gonna give a long-term partnership. Now, we started last August. We have already a cohort of students coming to PSP in February, so in less than 6 months. This is a good example and a proof that we are going into the right sense. And we are expecting then within the next 3 years, upGrad will be sending at least 150 students per year from now till 2028.
That's the goal. In your eyes, which disciplines in France could really benefit from this partnership? Which ones have a huge potential for jobs? Which ones have a huge potential for Indian student representation, Rabi?
Okay. As probably you may know, 91% of our students at Paris School of Business, they find their job in the first 6 months after graduation.
Wonderful.
With an average salary in the French market that can range between 42 to 50K euros per year. On the other side, there's a shortage today of managers and executives in France. This shortage can reach up to 40,000 profiles every year in all domains. So where there is this need, Paris School of Business is too much connected to the French market. We have more than 4,000 a network of more than 4,000 companies who come to campus just to pick up our students.
Wow.
And sometimes,
incredible.
Yeah, and sometimes, some partners, they get angry because we are not supplying the number of students that is requested, the talent that are requested by the companies. So if we go back to how this is going to translate in our programs, so we have the MBA and we have the Master of Science, and specifically in the Master of Science, there are some majors like supply chain, like international management, like international finance, digital marketing, data intelligence, and the MBA, which require, and the MBA that we have, it's an AMBA program accredited, and it requires a 3 year of professional experience in a managerial position. This is going to add on the CV of our students, and it's gonna give them another dimension in terms of openness, in terms of exposure, in terms of network. So I can see that these two main programs should be a good point for your students, so that they can have a good insertion in the market and a good return on their investment, whether they're gonna stay in France after, because as you know, the law in France allows them to stay for 1 year to obtain a job, or if they would like to return back after obtaining experience in France and let's say the scale of companies in France, return back to India to run their own startups. And we have many examples in that who have attended Paris School of Business and now they are running their own startups in India, in Mumbai, in Bangalore, and all those cities.
Excellent. And now we're talking about one of the top 100 business schools in the world.
Exactly.
Talking about a Triple Crown accredited MBA, EFMD, AACSB, AMBA. What are some of the other advantages for an Indian student who starts online with us and then moves to PSP? How do you visualize PSP as a distinct, singular choice that stands out, Rabi?
Yeah, when we have conceived this program together, I mean, we put our Indian students as the center of our attention. So by going for this hybrid program, this means that the first, let's say, between 4 and 6 months, they kind of save the expenses being in Paris the whole period. So they're gonna start with the first semester here in India with adjunct faculty that they are qualified by the accreditation department and the faculty of Paris School of Business. So they're gonna start doing those courses here. They're gonna benefit from that time as well to finalize their administrative documents, to apply for the visa, finalizing Campus France file, etc. So we will not be losing time. And also they will be integrating a program while they are still their comfort zone. So they, because as you know, going to France might be perturbing. To anyone changing a city, we have a lot of challenges, etc. So part of it will be sorted out where they are here, and then they're gonna come the next semester to integrate the program with the other students coming from the other 50, 60, 70 destinations. So I think it's a good format that for the students that's gonna help them from the economical part of view, but also from the social point of view. So that's how I see it in this way.
Excellent. I think upwards and onwards from here, Rabi.
Yeah.
We're super thrilled. I mean, like I said before, I think this partnership will open up doors and will help us foray into the larger Indian student market and the sector of working professionals who can aim to achieve a career breakthrough in France. France is, of course, the second largest economy of Europe, and I'm sure will give Indian students a huge platform to advance their academic and professional pursuits. So very happy to be doing this.
We're looking forward for
Likewise.
a fruitful collaboration,
Likewise,
as it seems from the beginning, and I'm hopefully going to stay like this.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.